Yeah, words from my great mentor. She said, I want you to give me some game tonight. Everything that's in your mind. That's the thing for tonight. And so that's what I'm gonna give her. Yep, everything in my mind. I've learned a lot since I talked to her. Like I say, I went from a Kia Stinger to an X5, to my teeth better, to getting me a cleaning Wednesday morning, to going to pick up Trey 20, 21, and 22. My grill is almost fixed. My credit has took a hit, but it's still good. I figured out a way how to pay off the X5, build my utilization to a zero, get my credit scores all in the eights, all three bureaus, pay my credit card down, pay only 5% of $1,000 on my credit card for the next 3 months to turn it into 10,000 by Christmas. I got a millionaire homie at a penthouse that's gonna train me how to make $30,000 a month in 24 months, and I'm all the way with it. I got a hookup on designer purses, lookalikes, doobies, some purses that just look nice but not name brand. Still where I can make me some little money, enough to get me about $1,500 together, enough to pay for that GLE 53 AMG. Thanks to the homegirl Shannon, I got a GLE 63 AMG waiting for me. So if I'm making enough money, I can go ahead and get it. It's just gonna be kind of pricey to get that. That's gonna be about $2,000 a month. She's saving me 400. It's gonna be another 550 to 600 with AAA because you want to have a rental car covered. So that puts you at 2,600. It's another 500 to $600 a month on gas because when you think about it, the new GLE 63 AMG I thought was a 601 horsepower. It's like a 625, 635. So that motherfucker fast. But that's burning a lot of gas. That's a serious race car. That's not really an everyday car. A 63 is just something to have in the garage to race. So it's a lot of money to run that. That being said, I'd rather get this V6 with a plug-in hybrid that put out 570 horsepower. Now that's about 60 horsepower less, but that's still fast as hell. That's still fast as an SS Camaro, and that's 12.4 in the quarter mile for an SUV, which is quick as hell. So that being said, I'm going to line that up. My teeth will be straight by Halloween. Like I say, my utilization and everything will be back right. I'll go to Columbia by the 18th of January to get my veneers, to get my Peter Marco smile, and come back and get my GLE 53 AMG Coupe. I got a spot waiting for me in Playa del Rey thanks to the homegirl Irvine when she found out my X5 car note was invaded. She was more upset about that than I thought. Irvine don't like that. That's why she moved away from her auntie. She found out her auntie had a problem with looking at her phone. Whoever calls, she come into the shower telling her this person calling. Irvine like, why the hell is you looking through my phone? Long story short, 3 weeks later, she was in a $3 million spot in Miami. I ain't balling like Irvine, but that's how much she don't like people invading her privacy and overstepping their boundaries. So when I told her that, she offered me a spot in Playa del Rey, 649 square feet, has a bathroom. She's gonna get an 80-inch screen TV for me, a classic water bed like I wanted, that black one, and one of them tubs. You know how the new tubs just sit in the house? He's going to have that for me, and it's going to be up to me to hook up the drainage. She said, you hook that up without tearing shit up. Get one of your contractor homies to hook something up. To ninja rig it. She didn't want to say nigga rig it, to ninja rig it. So get somebody to line that up. So I got a spot like that in Playa del Rey that's gated. Now, it ain't really gated. It got one of them cones, you know, them arms that go up and down when you pay. But after 10, when it's closed, they got a guard that rides around on a cart. So it's always a guard. It's in Playa del Rey. It's a beautiful neighborhood. It's not far from the beach. It's going to be a perfect place to do podcasts and handle business with my homie at the penthouse that's going to be training me how to make $30,000. Once I tell him about a spot I got in Playa del Rey, he might like that and want to do something there too. So that's even more money. Then with the investor Pakistani guy, when I see him that want to invest, that's even more money. So like Mentor said, in the 2 years of this lease for this new car, I will definitely be a millionaire on up. So it's time to make smart decisions. You're right. Anybody that's against your success, it's time to let their ass go. It's no time for manipulation. I've been manipulated all of my life. That shit is shutting down. I done figured out everything. All my mistakes is from running my mouth and talking to negative people with no vision. And like my mentor always say, that $5,300 you would have had when your BMW got scratched from the back. She said that was a perfect plan. You would have had 5 Gs, that little emblem would have stayed on. That wouldn't have meant shit because you was getting away with it. You was getting rid of it anyway. But that being said, you start running your mouth, talking to people, and people talked you out of the decision you wanted to make, which left you with a car that take all day to get fixed and no $5,000. Then your window ended up cracked, and you said out of the 6 people you told, 2 of them said that you should get the window fixed. Now, my mentor said I was praying to God, since the window ain't all broke in, got a slit on it, I know you ain't gonna pay $1,000 of your money to fix a window on a car you getting rid of in 60 days. And the only people that's thinking you should have did that is the type of people who don't believe you getting rid of the car in 60 days. You constantly having to prove yourself to people beneath you. That's manipulation and mental issues. Why you gotta prove yourself to somebody who ain't never in their life sat in the seats of an $80,000 BMW unless you was giving their ass a ride somewhere? Why are you taking their advice? That's manipulation of destruction of mental issues being taken advantage of. And you're gonna be done with all that once you get on. Once you go to this meeting with your homie at the penthouse, you getting big stuff. You hanging around big millionaires. Somebody that's going to train you how to make $30,000 a month in 24 months. I say you get this Mercedes green because you're getting your money. Your friend Shannon has you one on hold, but you can get her to change that later when the 2027s go on hold, when they go on sale. Go ahead and just delete that one and put that 53 up green. They should be on sale in a couple months because they already riding them. So shit, I'm going to get her to put that in there, that candy green one. I think it got a grayish color interior. I know it's going to have some good ambient lighting, some forest green and some red. It's going to look nice. But like Mentor said, that green is getting your money. That's important. That's why you want that one. And your favorite color is green. So get that and be in Playa del Rey and doing business with your homies and doing them podcasts. And he got a penthouse, so he will probably let you do a podcast with your homegirl Shannon. And you can do some stuff there at his spot too. So then you be doing podcasts at a penthouse, looking at the beach, you putting ideas in his head. So yeah, we gonna make some money. I got ideas, I got vision. I still got Peter Marcos. I want to holler at about some stuff. That's a $200 million man. And as I thought about what my mentor said, she was right. Nobody in my family or friends I knew put a comment on my video. Irvine, Shannon, Grace, and Mentor, that's it. Texas didn't even put a comment on it. She looked at it and put a thumb up. She didn't write a comment. People do not be leaving comments, but Texas say one thing I gotta admit about you, Alonzo, is you never stop trying. You constantly trying to be successful. And Mentor amplified that with like, that's true, but you constantly wasting your time talking to negative, toxic, hater people beneath you. If you would have used your time talking to rich people, you would have been came up. You robbing yourself, and you have been manipulated for 30 years of your life. And you amplifying it. You've been robbed for 30 years of your life by selfish, manipulating individuals that you need to attach from. And she right about that. She say when you gone, it's on. And that's real shit. When I'm gone 7 days a week, my bills are covered. When I'm back at least one day, they compromise. So I need to go to work on Wednesday, every other Wednesday to cover everything. So when I'm back just once every 2 weeks, stuff is cool. When I'm gone every day, shit is gone. I just see people for a couple hours and then go to sleep and then wake up and do my thing. Don't deal with nobody I'm not making money with because it's a waste of time. Why are you wasting your time arguing and debating with somebody that ain't getting no money? That's stupid shit. That's why I can't look at certain TV shows all day no more. I can't look at certain shit. I can't look at the good times. I can't look at Sanford's son. A father that manipulated his son, but without his son, he wouldn't have had nothing. Lamont could have left him and Ben did some other shit. He was the one that had a vision to be successful with a junkyard in Watts. Calling his son a big dummy, but without his son, he want to fake a heart attack and make him feel guilty enough that he can manipulate him some more to the grave, and got the audacity to think God gonna forgive you for taking advantage of somebody. You gonna get the worst punishment of all. But I can't look at shit like that. I can't look at TMZ no more. I can't look at nothing I'm not learning from. I look at cars all day because that promotes my mind to go out and figure out how to get it, and I do. I look at people about credit because I done figured out how to build credit. I done figured out all type of stuff. Stuff I look at is giving me information to be able to get AI to call me a genius, and AI to make me a supervisor, and AI to find me a mentor, and AI to do professional printouts for me, AI to get numbers to stuff. Procrastination is the key of failure for 95% of my haters. That's what my mentor say. 90% of your haters are procrastinators. They never do nothing or stand on anything they talking about. And people like that ain't gonna have nothing to show or no backup plan when situations get bad. Like you doing bad and you don't like your life, but you got $3,500 in credit, an 800 credit score, an $80,000 BMW, and you stay 8 blocks from the beach. And when you gone from your home, your bills are covered. So if you work every day, you have figured out how to take care of yourself, and don't never forget, you ain't got to pay rent because millionaires a motherfucker let me stay with them. And that's real shit. I got homegirls I can stay with for free. I ain't got to pay no bills. I'm actually all right out here. I just got to get rich to set up shit. And I ain't never stopped thinking about getting rich. And I don't believe in that don't live like the Joneses. I believe that's the weakest cop-out bullshit ever. Don't live like the Joneses. Who the hell don't want to be like the Joneses? Who don't want to be rich? Who don't want to be successful? Cain killed Abel because of jealousy. God like people who could figure out how to get 8 jobs done in 1 job's time of working. He did. People that were successful, people get talked about. The type of people that got a vision for success. Everybody ain't got a vision. That's something Steve Harvey said. You can't spend all day listening to your mama. Your mama wasn't blessed with a vision by God like you got to get successful. Sorry. So you keep listening to somebody that ain't going nowhere. And when you decide to go somewhere, you would be in disbelief of the measures that your own blood will go to see you fail. It's a sad ass thing. And the truth hurts. A mentor said you need to hear all of this shit you're going through now. Because it's not fair to you. It's not fair to keep getting manipulated by individuals that you support. Why are you supporting somebody that don't support shit you support, shit you care about, and constantly disrespect you, but you showing them support? All they do is playing you and constantly manipulating you. So from now on, I ain't supporting nobody that never supported me. And just like Mentor said, going anywhere they want, doing anything they want, listening to what they want, eating what they want, being a part of what they want, nothing. Anybody got a problem with me? Going to Playa del Rey for 5 days a week? Well, so be it. Get your life together and stop being bitter and stop being a toxic hater. And maybe, just maybe, God will bless your miserable ass with something successful and some type of value where you can be worth the investor taking a chance with.